voted for V and Praise. The reason why
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Okewumi and this is the Big Brother Bbnaija review and update live on the Wumi's talk show. Today being the 6th week in the house, I'm going to give you the highlights of all that happened today, from how the housemates voted to the head of house games. And before I go straight into the video, if you're just watching my videos for the first time, a very big welcome to you. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let me see your comments in the comment section below. Welcome back guys. So today I'll be telling you how the housemates voted yesterday night, how they voted and why they said they voted who they voted. So the first person to actually cast a vote yesterday was Tolani Badge, and she voted Praise and V out.
being strategic on my part. All 4 people that were up are people that I rock with heavy.
Now, her reason for voting V out is the fact that she felt that V already had enough love in the house, and she already knew in her mind that at least 6 people were going to vote her in. And according to her, she was being strategic, and she said she rocked with all the 4 that were being nominated, and she just narrowed it down to 2 people, and she had to apply sense because she could predict that a lot of people would keep V, so she had to save Wathoni and Tricky T by risking it and nominating V. My own point is, so what if V now went home? You'll be telling me you are risking it. So how are you supposed to be in everybody's head? Well, her decision is her decision. If she feels V is a threat, definitely she will nominate her or vote her out. But this V would be saved excuse is lame. So apparently yesterday also nominated Tricky T and Praise. And I'm like, his reason being that he is friends with V, and he also feels that Wathoni didn't get the chance to express herself last week due to the fact that she was ill, and he sees V as a friend, so he would rather let Praise and Tricky T go home and let V and Wathoni stay. Lucy nominated Tricky T and Wathoni because she's close to Praise. She feels those 2 are like the list of the 4 people on the list. Erica also voted V and Wathoni out because she feels that and that's because if tables should turn, like if it were her that was up for nominations, they also will vote her out, so she voted them out. Prince also voted V and Wathoni out because he wasn't close to them and he wasn't connected with them at all. Also, Lekon voted Tricky T and Wathoni out because he feels that he's not emotionally close to Wathoni and Tricky T, so he would rather let Praise and V stay in the house. Dora also voted Tricky T and V out of the house because she feels and she sees them as a threat and competition to her with them being in the house, so she voted Tricky T and V out of the house. Neil voted Praise and Wathoni, reason being that he's not too close to them. But I feel like a lot of people are surprised by Neil's vote, but I'm not, because Neil is not, would I say, too close to Praise. It's just like friends with Praise, but is emotionally attached to V, and he likes Tricky T. Tricky T is his guy, so I feel like he chose Praise and Wathoni. He chose Praise and Wathoni out, and that decision shouldn't be a surprise. Bright O nominated Tricky T and Praise, and I know nobody is surprised because first off, Bright O does not like Praise. He said it countless times. And Tricky T is one person Bright O will nominate over and over again, because ever since the first time that Tricky T was up, he has been voting him straight up for 3 weeks, and I don't know, the god of Tricky T is stronger than Bright O's vote. Now this is one person's vote that shook me a bit. It didn't shock me, it just shook me a bit. Kidwire voted initially Praise and V, but apparently there was a tie in the votes. Wathoni had 6 votes to nominate her out. Praise also had 6 people that nominated him out. So definitely when there is a tie, the head of house has to pick one person from the two people that has a tie to go home. And so Kidwire had the power to either save Praise or save Wathoni. And guess what? Kidwire saved Wathoni. Hey, is it just me, or I remembered about a week ago when Erica and Wathoni had issues, Kid was telling her that don't worry, any opportunity we see will vote her out, that kind of thing. And now here's a grand opportunity for you to take out Wathoni. And he didn't. Well, his reasons for nominating Praise out is because his reason for nominating Praise and V in the first place because he feels V is not independent of New, like she can't do without New. And for Praise is because both of them are not definitely on the same level, because Praise makes some jokes that actually hurts, that actually painful, and the person he's making those jokes about do not really take it lightly. They don't take it funny, they're not happy with it, but then he goes ahead to make such jokes. So that's why he nominated him out when he had the chance.
It's week 6 in Big Brother's house. This week is about celebrating the personal heroes in your lives, because not all heroes wear capes.
Me, I just feel for this housemate because they lost their wager last week and they do not have enough food, and Biggie punished them by not giving them hot water this morning, so most of them had to bathe with cold water, and the water there is like ice. From the description of the housemates, like it's so cold, so most of them were sleeping late till most of them woke up so late, like I don't know whether it's cold and all. So apparently Kidwire read out their wager for this week. They are to show love to the past heroes in an artistic manner, either by painting. And after the whole wager in the diary session, Biggie asked them how they feel they'll put in effort in their wager, and most of them like, we're going to do well, we're going to do it well, and it looks quite easy, something that is self-expressive, so they feel they'll be able to do well. Now that reminds me, Biggie asked the housemates in their diary session today that if they think any of the housemates have found love. A majority of the housemates, some said no, while a few others mentioned Neo and V. Like to them, Neo and V are like the only people in the house that have found love. Reason being that they are the only ones that actually act like they are in love. And one person even shocked me, Erica. Erica said only Neo and V, and she stated clearly that she hasn't found love, and that she did not come to the house for love. So she said I and Kid apparently are just best friends and they just like each other. Wow, best friends like Kid, I need to have one. But seriously, she apparently said she hasn't found love. That means, in her words, she's not in love with Kid, they are just best friends. And Dorothy said that Wathoni said she hasn't found love, but she's starting to get Bright. She's starting to like Bright. But apparently Dora said she wants to flirt with Bright. So the fact that Dora wants to flirt with Bright is an opportunity for her, and she is definitely seizing that opportunity because she is definitely marking her territory. Her territory is Brighto. It is well. And recall last night after the whole eviction, the live eviction, Wathoni went on further in a conversation with Tolani Badge and V to say that she's back. She's back in their faces, that she knows some people like Dora weren't happy to have her back in the house, but she's back and she's not going anywhere, that kind of thing. And I'm like, whoa, because even Dora did not vote her out. So for her to be thinking like that, it means like, should we be expecting a war between Wathoni and Dora because of Brighto? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. So for today's head of house game, apparently Kidwire is not allowed to play it. On a normal day, the head of house cannot play. An incumbent head of house cannot play the head of house game after. Then also Tolani Badge and Erica were punished yesterday by Biggie, so they could not partake in today's head of house challenge. And due to that fact, the time rate for playing the game increased. Usually it was 1 minute, and now it increased to 2 minutes for each of the housemates, giving them more opportunities of getting towards the end. So at the beginning of the head of house game, it was Prince that played, and he was fast. He played and he got to 30, and he was so excited. Just right after he was excited about his win, Biggie called his attention to the fact that he made a mistake. He was supposed to skip a number, and which he did not, so he had to start from where he stopped, and you know, he lost the chance of winning. Now, one thing I just want to note, and one thing that hurts Prince the most, is that every head of house game is always close to winning, but he never gets there. Like, just when it's always close, something either happens, either it goes back to start point, or something weird just happens, and I just feel for him. Now, today's head of house game was fun. They put in all their efforts. Most of the housemates tried their best, and definitely there's always one winner.
Also,
yes, big brother.
Congratulations, this week's head of house game. Head of house.
Yes, big brother.
Kindly announce to the house your choice for the role of deputy.
My choice for deputy head of house is Nengi.
Do you accept this role?
Yes, big brother.
Congratulations to Ozo and Nengi for winning the head of house and deputy head of house. But before Ozo chose his deputy, before Biggie asked Ozo, immediately he won. After all of them left, Dora went into the room to sleep, and Ozo went to meet her and was like, how are you feeling? I don't like the fact that you're staying inside the room. She was like, I'm fine, don't worry, just do what you want to do, pick who you want to pick. Okay, I'm fine, don't worry. Yeah, I'm fine. I was like, okay, I just want you to be happy. My own is, why do they always go and do this thing? Like, look at Erica went to go meet Lekon first. Now Ozo is going to go meet Dorothy. Fine, Dorothy has already said she doesn't want to be your friend, so she's not even expecting you in the first place to pick her as a deputy. Me, I wasn't even expecting him to pick Dorothy, because she had already said she wants to call off the friendship, and this week he has been close to Nengi, so definitely it was Nengi. So after that, he went into the head of house room and he chose Nengi as his first choice and Dorothy as his second choice, and definitely Nengi accepted the deputy head of house role with all happiness, and I'm happy for them. I just hope their reign is peaceful and is good. And guys, let me know, do you think that under their reign they're going to win their wager for this week? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think Ozo and Nengi would be able to lead the housemates to winning their wager for the week? Unfortunately, guys, that's all we can take today on the Big Brother Bbnaija review and update. My name is Okewumi, and in case you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do not forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that when I post new videos, you can get to see them first. Have a wonderful day or night ahead. Bye.